oui.
but I can speak with a French accent.
Oh, that,
Can we do it the entire time?
Si
But
tu
you
veux,
will do it.
I speak French.
You will
so
just do it. I will just
si
speak
tu
like
veux,
this.
je parle
though.
français, ça me
No,
dérange
I
pas.
won't do it.
Ouais,
No.
ouais,
All
ouais.
right, we're gonna stop right now. Hey, I'm Armando Leduc, producer, film actor, and owner of Leduc Entertainment. I've chosen a life off the beaten path and wanted to find others that are doing the same. Spaghetti on the Wall is a show based on all of the years that I've thrown spaghetti on the wall and nurtured what's stuck. We will share fun stories, ideas, tips, tricks, and more. Welcome to Spaghetti on the Wall. What's up, what's up, what's up? Good morning and welcome to another episode of Spaghetti on the Wall. Today we have Romain Stitlet. Is that correct?
It's correct.
Stitlet.
Stitlet.
I like to say it because it feels good.
It feels good. It's a good name.
Like my last name is Leduc. Leduc. But
Stitlet.
if you say it Leduc, it sounds better than
sounds
just
French
Leduc.
too.
It is
Leduc.
French,
It
yeah,
is
right?
French,
The
okay. Oui,
the
you
Duke.
speak French?
Oh, no.
No, oui, oui.
But I can speak with a French accent.
Oh, that,
Can we do it the entire time?
Si
But
tu
you
veux,
will do it.
I speak French.
You will
so
just do it. I will just
si
speak
tu
like
veux,
this.
je parle
though.
français, ça me
No,
dérange
I
pas.
won't do it.
Ouais,
No.
ouais,
All
ouais.
right, we're gonna stop right now. All right, so glad to have you on the show.
Thank you.
Dude, you just started your own coin.
Yep, my own token. There's a difference between a coin and a token. But,
I'm like a baby when it comes to
okay.
NFTs and crypto and the whole nine.
okay.
So yeah, super excited to be getting involved in the world because you know a lot of people were like, it's the future, that's it, it's happening, and then some people are like, no, it's a fad, don't buy into the hype. You know, what are your thoughts?
I think it's probably the same people that told everybody that Bitcoin was a scam about 5-6 years ago.
Right.
When it was very, very cheap.
Uh-huh.
It's probably the same people. But
Same people.
In reality, cryptocurrency is the future. It's also the present because it's been used all over the world. The blockchain technology has been used by banks already and have been using the technology for quite some time now.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's definitely the future. Definitely.
Do you find that the United States is maybe a little bit behind the curve in terms of knowledge in terms of crypto? Like, are other countries using this a lot more than we are?
So yes and no. I think the regulation are confusing.
Mm-hmm.
I think the SEC's regulation needs to be addressed clearly. What you can and can't do. I think a lot of token coins in the space needs to be, I guess, finally regulated at one point, so everybody can offer something that that's transparent.
Mm-hmm.
The problem with the image of the cryptocurrency today and since a while now, there is a lot of scammers, obviously. So you buy a coin and then you have the developer taking all the money.
Mm-hmm.
It's called a rug pull. So they do rug pull left and right on different blockchain, and I think that created a very bad image for the cryptocurrency in general. So I think the cryptocurrency as a whole need better regulation in a state. I mean, in America, but we do see a lot of businesses accepting Bitcoin, which is pretty slow and expensive. But you can pay your taxes, I think, in Ohio with
Really?
Maybe it's not Ohio, but it's in the north. There's few states actually where you can actually pay your property taxes with Bitcoin. It's pretty crazy. And then, for a while, you could buy a Tesla with Bitcoin. I think Overstock.com used to or still accept some crypto. So it's kind of you can still use your cryptocurrency here and there. There is a Coinbase that's legal in the US for American citizens to buy through the exchange. There's Gemini. There's a few more. So it's out there. It's definitely out there.
What do you say to people that want to get involved with your coin, and why is yours different than all of the others that are coming out?
I mean, it's fairly simple. There is a lot of coins out there, as you said. A lot of coins are just fun coins, I guess. They have a cool mimi looking of a dog or an elephant or whatever animals you want to pick. but they don't have anything behind it. It's really, they just sell the hype, so people buy into it, and then all of a sudden people start selling, and then you have nothing left. What we offer and what we have that's different from others is we have a real life utility. So what I mean by that, it's you can soon we are developing with the developers software and an application where you will be able to go to a bar, a restaurant, a nightclub, casino, strip clubs, hotel, whatever you name it. Also luxury brand like Ferrari dealership or some jewelry vendors and stuff like that. So you will be able to take your phone that's linked to your wallet, which full of cryptocurrency in there, and you will be able to pay directly for your burger and your beer, for your ticket for the movie theater with our application. And we already have, as of today, 78 merchants that sign up with us. And we've been talking to 2 POS company, major POS company, and we're in process to sign partnerships. And I can't really, until it's signed, I can't really, talk too much about it. I don't like to, say stuff that didn't happen yet. But we making progress daily. We adding merchant to our list, and we partnering up with a lot of people. A lot of people are very interested to what we have to offer, which is great. So we're getting phone calls, we're getting emails, we having meetings, and I can say by the end of the summer, I think we will land 2 major POS company, and probably we'll have on our side about 200 merchants. You have to understand that those POS companies, they also have, accounts. So
right.
So if you partner up with, if you partner up with one of them or both of them, technically they could bring, thousands and thousands, probably 20,000 or more accounts that will be able to use our payment system.
And it'd be like Visa and MasterCard and Discover.
So it's actually better. It's not a credit card. So there's a lot of token and coins out there, companies related to cryptocurrency that are developing credit cards. So you can actually send your crypto, your Bitcoin, whatever you have, to that credit card, and then you can use that credit card in a bar, in a restaurant. The fees are outrageous. Like it's like stealing money. So it doesn't really work well. What we're trying to offer is help the merchant and help also the consumer. So for you, for example, when you're going to go to the bar with your cell phone and you're going to pay with our payment system, first of all, you will have no fees whatsoever. The only fees you have is the gas fee, which is related to the blockchain. Very, very low fee because we're on the Binance chain, so it's going to cost literally nothing. And you will have, we're working on a system kind of similar that the credit card company does sometimes. It's called a cashback. So when you use your Visa, your MasterCard or whatever, sometimes they have a kind of a program where you get cash back when you use it for specific merchant and specific vendors and stuff like that. So it's very similar. You're going to use your our payment system, and in all the selected merchant that we have, you will get actually a token back. So more you spend, more you can get back into your wallet. So it's beneficial for the consumer. You have crypto, you spend your crypto, not only it doesn't cost you anything, you actually can get some token back by using it. On the merchant side, it's even better. On the merchant side, we guarantee less than 1% fee. You have to know if you use your American Express in any restaurants, the merchant pay way over 2.5%
right.
On an American Express. The fee vary on the Visa, but it's definitely between 2 and 3 and some change in some specific business. So we guarantee less than 1% across the board for the merchant. This is huge. I mean, you're a business, you make 10 million a year, 3% or 1%, it's a big difference. Not only that, but what the cryptocurrency also offer for more specific venues like strip club, casino, high ticket items. It's the cryptocurrency doesn't allow the consumer to ask for a chargeback. So, being in a business, in a hospitality business for a long time, owning few restaurants and bars myself, every year, I can see that we having clients coming to, the club or the restaurants, enjoying a nice meal, and then they realize that, they didn't want to spend that much money, and they go back home and they just call the credit card company and say, I wasn't there, or I got scammed, or whatever. So the merchant essentially, give the money back to the credit card company, and the credit card company give the money back to
and you get screwed in the process.
And the merchant gets screwed in the process. That cannot happen with cryptocurrency. When you send your payment, there's no tools, there's no way to get the money back, to claim the money back. So for the merchant, with high ticket items like a strip club, for example, you go and you have a room with a lady or whatever, and you spend a bunch of money of champagne with your friend, and at the end it's like $15,000. If you pay with crypto, this is it. They're gonna get $15,000. You pay with a credit card, especially if it's an American Express. You go back home, you do a call, you explain to the credit card company that it wasn't you, or it was you, but they took advantage of you, or whatever. And then you can kind of through that process, not all the time, but sometimes you can get your money back. So we help the merchant for high ticket items with that, cryptocurrency process where there's no chargeback, and also with a very, very low fee. I mean, less than 1%. It's unheard of. It's very, very low.
How do you guys make money?
I mean, there's few ways we make money on this. Well, the way we do it is we're trying to make a small amount on a lot of transaction. Those that try to do payment system like we do, they don't think they are going to be very successful. So they try to make much, much more money, thinking they're gonna reach a smaller amount of people. So they want to charge much more for themselves for that process.
For that fee.
Yeah, for that fee. So when they take like 0.85, we're taking 0.15. So huge difference. We I don't want to say we're not here to make money, I will lie, but we really believe that our payment system can be used globally. And we're shooting for that by guaranteeing a less amount of fee. And by doing that, we're reducing hours, obviously. We have to reduce hours to the minimum in order for the merchant to actually enjoy less than 1% and be able to do token back for the client, for the customer.
And you guys can, obviously as a company later on go up in price or go down in price, right? Like,
we can, but it's very difficult. When somebody trusts you, and when you sign with a bunch of vendors, and then you promise them this is really the sales pitch, you're going to make less than 1%. It's very difficult 2 years after that to come back and be like, hey, it's 2.5 now. If it's 2.5, then they might just stay with Visa,
right.
And all those regular credit cards. I think it's very important to stay under one, so you're relevant in the market. And when you promise something, you have to deliver it. I mean, it's hard to. It's not our practice. It's not what we do. I will feel very bad and weird to promise all those vendors less than 1%, and then come back 6 months later and be like, okay, we can make it work. It has to be 2.2. It's not feasible. We know we can make it happen for less than 1%. We intend to fulfill that promise, and we're going to keep it that way.
And because everybody that's part of your crew are, I guess, independently wealthy, it's not necessarily desperation that's starting this company, right? Like, yeah,
it's, when we started a company because of a need, not because of, trying to get as much money as we can, as fast as we can. That wasn't the mentality. This is a long-term project, to the point where, I'm gonna have to get technical, so maybe
sure. Go ahead.
Maybe stop me if you don't understand. But when you create a coin, you have something they call a liquidity pool. So you put money in the liquidity pool, and a lot of people just put, let's say, 20, 50, $30,000. This is the norm when you launch a token. We put $150,000. So when you look at the norm, is about around 50. Most of the people do less, but it's around 50. Some do 75. Very rare when people go over 100. We put 150 and we lock it for a year. I mean, this is this is significant. There's another thing that we did to show the transparency to the community, because it's a very the cryptocurrency is very it's something that's run by community. Like, people have to trust you, and then on their own they're gonna promote your token because they trust you and they have interest in your token. So the way we do it is, every time we actually on Telegram, which is one of the channels in cryptocurrency that you have to be on, and we literally looking at Telegram daily, and we see questions, we see we see what people want, and people.
Is Telegram like a social media?
It's
platform?
It's like a social media. It's widely, there's Telegram and Discord. Those are the two that's widely used for cryptocurrency. I mean, you always have Twitters that's very relevant to the cryptocurrency, but TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, those are not as relevant in a crypto space. The top three is Telegram, Discord, and Twitter. If I have to pick three, so we actually looking at those social media and kind of answering live all those concern and question. And one of the concern, a couple of weeks ago, which was fairly recent, they really felt that they wanted the founders, us, it's me, Max, and Billy, to kind of prove. So the community put you in test sometimes. They give you a checkbox. So they're like, okay, guys, we really like your project, but can you do something? It's kind of a fun stuff, right? It's like a lot of people. I think we have 4,000 members right now, a little bit more. And they all asking different things, and the community in general we're like, okay, we need to have a bigger commitment from you guys, showing that you're actually here for the long run. After we put our name, our faces, we KYC compliant, we have 3 audits, we have a legal opinion. I mean, we got all kind of stuff.
Do crypto people not usually put their faces?
No. 90% of the project, you don't have a name, you don't have face, and if you do, it's probably a face from stolen from somebody.
Right.
That's why KYC compliance is very important. KYC, what KYC is? It's a company that actually makes sure that you are who you say you are, right? So all
like a blue check mark for Instagram. Blue check mark.
So we have that on the website. The whole team is KYC compliant. Everybody has first name, last name, and we all have our picture. Some pictures are good, some pictures are not, but we all have our picture on the website. And I think that's what people want. So to go further on explanation, they wanted more. They were like, okay, guys, you got to show your commitment. So what we all did is we had at launch tokens available for us. Everybody does that we could have sold just to pay ourselves or whatever. What we did is we took 99% of those tokens and we give it back to the community.
Hold, because this is where I get confused, right? Mm-hmm. So you guys put $150,000 into
the liquidity
mm-hmm. of
the pool.
Fat Cat Killer coin.
Yeah, which is Killer. The token.
Killer is the coin.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm trying to wrap my head around this, right? Because a lot of people, and every time I talk to crypto people, they're like just talking up here, and then there's people that just don't know anything, right?
Sure.
So I'm like a baby. All right.
In between.
So 150K goes into this pool, yep. Right? And then who establishes how many coins are in this pool, I guess, right? Because it's like money, right? We can't, we have a certain amount of money, right? And then I guess they print more depending on the economy. Are you guys the one that established?
Yes, but that's established from the beginning, from the get-go. So when you launch your token, mm-hmm. you have what you call tokenomics. So tokenomics explain the liquidity pool, where the money goes, what the percentage, which percentage goes where. I mean, it's very, it's like a business plan of the calculation of the inside and out.
And that establishes the worth of the coin.
So we explain on the tokenomics what will be the launch price, how many coins will be in circulation, and what the LP liquidity pool is, et cetera, et cetera. So all that is pre-fixed, I guess, and everybody knows about it. So you launch, and then the coin goes up. Sometimes the coin goes down. Most of the time the coin goes down, but we're lucky. Knock on wood, we've been going steady up. We up about I think as of today we're 780% up, I think.
So this 150K, right? This is
it's growing.
Right.
So when people buy and sell, the liquidity pool just keep
right.
growing. Exactly.
And it's like Fort Knox, right? Like it's the gold standard, right? Like how valuable the dollar is backed by how much gold we have. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So it's the same thing as you guys. Like the liquidity pool, I guess, for all intents and purposes, is the value of your coin, right, per transaction. I guess.
It's a calculation. It's what you have on a liquidity pool, how many coins available that's attached to the liquidity pool, and the value of that token at that moment when you release.
And this is across the board the same for like Bitcoin, Ethereum. Like they have a certain amount.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, yes and no. I mean, there's a very important difference. Ethereum has his own blockchain, like Binance and Bitcoin. So we are attached. We're a token. That's the difference between a coin and a token. A coin is Ethereum, Bitcoin, a BNB. That's a coin. A token, it's a project that's attached to one of these blockchain. So you can pick which blockchain you want to be on. We wanted to be on the Ethereum blockchain for a long time because there's much more buyer, much more attraction. That was the first pick. Then obviously, you have to face the reality. We look at the gas fee. We look at all the fee related to Ethereum.
Explain gas fee. What does that mean?
Gas fee is pretty much a fee that's attached to a transaction.
Got it.
When you buy and when you sell, there's always, when you transfer, there's always a fee attached to it.
Who gets that money?
The blockchain.
The blockchain.
We are not getting that money. So the fee for Ethereum is very expensive. The gas fee, for BNB, which is the Binance chain, is fairly inexpensive. So there's two components that you have to look for when you design an application for payment system. You have to make sure that it's fast, because if you pay with Bitcoin, everybody's talking about Bitcoin, but Bitcoin is extremely slow. It's not inexpensive. So when you go to a bar and then you pay with Bitcoin, you better not be in a hurry, because it's gonna take quite some time for the process to go through. Ethereum, much faster, but the fee are extremely big. So on Ethereum blockchain, if we were attached to the Ethereum blockchain, we would not be able to do any cashback, and certainly it will be very difficult to do less than 1% fee for the merchant. So it was, there's multiple other blockchain that's been created, recently for the past 5 years, that are very interesting and fast and affordable. But the third, the one that's very, that everybody kind of trusts and the one that's been out there for a long time is the Binance blockchain. And what that does, it gives you a very, very low gas fee, which is perfect because of that we can do sort of
more
cashback, which is token back, and then less than 1% for the merchant. It's fast. You don't have to wait. It's very fast. You don't have to wait very much time to do the process. And again, the gas fee is very low. So that was the best choice for us.
Do you think that Bitcoin and Ethereum are going to be moving more into that space that you're talking about, where things are a little bit faster, or do they need to?
No. They are assets right now. It's most of the things are backed up by Bitcoin. It's not. I think Ethereum 2.0 is supposed to come out. Supposed to come out last year. Supposed to come out the year before. They've been pushing. I have a lot of friends that switch from Binance chain to Ethereum chain, thinking that they will release the new version of Ethereum. It's supposed to be faster and cheaper. I mean, not really faster because it's pretty fast already, but cheaper for sure, more affordable. But nobody knows, right? Nobody knows. I think the rumor in the cryptocurrency world right now, they're shooting August to release a 2.0, Ethereum version. If it's ready, if the gas fee are as low or lower than Binance, and it's faster, why not? But right now, it's not feasible. It's not feasible.
Gotcha. Do you think that because I've never heard of Binance, and I'm not really into the crypto world, but I know Bitcoin, I know Ethereum, right?
Yeah,
and I know Dogecoin because
yeah.
Whatever, right? So do you think that might be an obstacle for people to go, hey, I don't know about, investing in you, or is that a problem, or is that not even an obstacle?
It shouldn't be a problem because you don't invest. You invest in our project. You don't invest in Binance. We're just tied to Binance because we're using their blockchain. But that's about it. The only good and bad thing when you attach to a blockchain is if Binance start tanking, BNB start tanking, the value of your coin is going to tank because you pair with it. So same thing with Ethereum. If you pair with Ethereum and it goes down, same thing. If you pair with BNB and it goes down, you go down as well. So sometimes you look at your chart, there's a lot of buys, the chart is beautiful, and then you can see start going down, and you're like, why is going down? There's buyers, the hype is there. I mean, it looks good, and then you look at the BNB price, and BNB tank like 10, 20%, 15%. I'll give you an example. And then you actually reflect on your chart because you paired with it.
Right.
And a lot of people don't understand that. They just, sometimes I get a text, oh my God, Romain, what's going on with your coin, with your token? And I'm like, we're like 2% down, no big deal, first of all. And second, if you look, there's a lot of buys. It's just BNB went down, so we just go down a little bit. Now, when BNB shoot up, your chart looks even better. It's just pair. You have to understand that it's just pair between.
Where do crypto guys go wrong? What happens when what are the mistakes that these guys are making?
On purpose or not on purpose?
Both, I guess. On purpose.
So on purpose, you see that too often, and it's I don't want to say it's sad, but it's very annoying because you reflect on the credibility of the project that really wants to do good.
Right.
There's a lot of people that set up a coin just to take advantage of the community. So what they do is they launch a coin, they build smart contract in a specific way where they allow themselves to just take the money and run. And sometimes the community catch it, sometimes the community doesn't. And sometimes the community know, but they just want to play the game. It goes up and they think they're going to set it before it goes down, and the timing is very important when you play that game, that gamble. And I think those are the problems. Those are the major problems is in the crypto world. It's people that set up a project that they already know will not work or that has no utility whatsoever. So you got to be careful. If you have a picture of an elephant and it's called elephant token, and what they talk about is just playing around with elephant, whatever. I'm saying? And there's nothing about that project that will actually give that will bring a use to, or like a game, like for example, there's a lot of game tokens. So those are good. You can play a game and you can win some tokens if you're good at gaming. So that's sort of legit. If there is an utility by playing the game, payment system obviously, and there's few other things. But just be careful when you jump on a token that has no end game whatsoever. It's most likely set for a rug pull.
And what's y'all's end game?
The payment system. It's we build the payment system. We started building the payment system before we ever thought about doing a token. what we wanted to do is have, the ability of everybody in the world to take their cryptocurrency, go to bar, restaurants, nightclub, you name it, and spend their crypto with our payment system. And after a month of developing, researching, we need to have our own token that's paired with the payment system.
Mm-hmm.
It just makes sense. It was just inevitable. We had to do it. So we created our token, but again, the first thing was the payment system. The token really came after.
So guide me through the process. I want to get involved. I want to invest in the company. I'll answer this question, and then I got another question for you. But yeah, I do. I got 1,000. So what do I need to do if I want to get involved with the coin?
I mean, technically speaking, you should wait until we SEC compliant, because there's regulation in the US where every cryptocurrency project needs to be SEC compliant in order to legally be able to sell to US citizens. So technically speaking, you shouldn't buy our token since we are not yet SEC compliant. We planned to apply in August, but quite frankly, with what's going on in the media as of this morning, we probably will start applying in the next 30 days. Just make it faster. The day we SEC compliant, we legally can sell it to anybody in the US, number one. And number two, we can be on an exchange that's based in the US. Right now, we are on PancakeSwap, so it's very difficult to buy our token. Most of the people in the US don't do it, and we don't advertise, and we don't recommend, and we don't push people to do so since we are not SEC compliant. So we have actually, when I look at the analysis on the website, we have a lot of people all over the world, much more than people in the US. I mean, there's people in the US checking us out, but at the end of the day, we're very big in Australia, we're very big in India, in Malaysia. A lot of countries. Not so popular yet in the US, which is fine. I think it will be time for us to be popular in the US when we get that SEC compliance. So the marketing will switch, a little bit more towards, the American citizen. Mm-hmm. Now the marketing is really overseas, or it's like, mostly overseas. We do have sponsorship here and there with a US-based company or US-based race car driver. I mean, I don't want to. We're about to sponsor a bunch of people, but those are also, the guy is going to be in Le Mans in France, so it's not like people are going to see him only in the US. Those people are traveling. So the idea was to sponsor them, so everybody around the world can see them. They can share YouTube videos, etc., etc. But the US will come. It take about 9 months, sometimes faster, to get SEC approved, SEC compliant. So if we apply in the next 30 days, you count 9 months, and then in 9 months after we get the approval, we will start having a heavy marketing in the US.
So you're saying you wouldn't recommend it, but if people want to, they can.
I mean, there's obviously always, especially in the cryptocurrency, there's always a way to go around everything. I mean, in life in general, but we personally do not recommend, obviously, US citizens to buy our cryptocurrency because it's not legal until we approved by the SEC. So yes, I'm not recommending it.
Got it.
If you ask me if there is a way, there is always a way. I mean, there's a way on everything,
Sure.
But it's probably safer and easier for US citizens to just wait until we compliant and then just go to an exchange that's regulated by
like Coinbase and
like Coinbase, Gemini, and others, Bitmart, et cetera, et cetera. I think 9 months is not a long time. The project will obviously still be here, and we will get closer to the payment system. it will still have a huge value in 9 months, probably more value in 9 months, and it will be probably an easier investment because now we're still in development. There's a lot of thing that's not done yet that will be done in the next few months. In 9 months, everything will be pretty much close to be ready already.
That's cool, man. Mm-hmm. Here's a question, and this is the question I wanted to ask. When people get this, right? Some people are gonna see this as an investment, right? I guess a lot of people will. Why are you wanting them to use the coin as much as possible in merchant service? Is that going to be the goal?
So the goal we didn't build one of those coins with, like I said, nothing at the end, like no utility, nothing. Like we build a coin with an utility. The idea of having a coin that's paired with a payment system, it's for people to widely use it. Mm-hmm. So our goal, if you ask me that specific question, we don't really want people to flip our coin. I mean, they do what they want, right? It's more for us, look, you can get that coin right now at a certain price, and then 9 months, 10 months, 2 years down the road, you will be able, you will be able to use the payment system. We're going to start, by the way, a testing in October, and it should be released early 2023. But the value of the coin will obviously grow, hopefully on the way up.
Sure.
And you will be able to use the coin to buy whatever you want. And that's really the idea, is having people keeping Killer for the future and be able to use the payment system with it. Now, people are going to flip it? Yeah, people are going to flip it. It's normal, They take profits, they see it going up, they sell it, they rebuy it when it goes down. It's a normal thing to do. But really, we're hoping that people are just going to buy it and hold it for future purposes.
Why did you guys start this?
Because my partner and I, we in hospitality business. We own restaurants, clubs and other things, and we saw the need early. I'm talking about like years and years ago. We had a lot of what we call big spenders, coming to our places and wanted to spend crypto. And when I say, big spenders, those guys had a lot of money. If at that time I could have accepted crypto, we would have made a lot of money, a lot of money. You have to understand the cryptocurrency has been around for a while. And, during COVID, a lot of people started to look into the cryptocurrency. A lot of people bought some coin like Shibu, Dogecoin, or whatever. They put like $1,000 on it, forget about it. 3 years later, they were a millionaire. So
right.
There's a lot of what I call new rich from the cryptocurrency. Rich, can be rich with 100K, you can be rich with 100 million, but people that didn't have that kind of money, and they now have it, and they have it in their wallet or in their exchange, and they don't know what to do. They're like, oh my God, I got $450,000 in there. If I withdraw it, I'm paying all the fees and all the tax and all the things, and I think if those people had the opportunity on a daily basis to use that $450,000 to go with their friend and have dinner and go to, buy a nicer car or buy a new watch, or do stuff that they will normally not do. I think they will. And we talk to those people, and they all like, I can't wait to have your payment system, because I would like to go to this nightclub and just use my crypto.
Right.
I don't want. And some of them, the funny part, I met a guy not a long time ago, is like, man, I'm not recommending that, but I'm saying it was very funny. The guy's like, look, I have all that money. I don't want my wife, to know that I'm going to a strip club. I can't wait until, you guys have a payment system that works for the strip club, because she will never know, that I actually spend that much money in that kind of places. Now we're sharing a banking account together. If I use the credit card, it's gonna be a problem. So
right.
I was dying laughing. I was like, oh my God. But there's all kind of, people out there that that got a purpose on their own for the payment system, you know.
Right.
And I think we're going to be extremely successful the day the payment system is released. And if we can sign up with one or both of those POS company that we've been talking to, it's going to be major. We're talking about thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of merchants all across the country, overseas. One of the POS system has Australia, England, Canada, Mexico. It has multiple merchant like around the world, not just in the US. So all of a sudden, I mean, if we sign with them and the payment system is up and running beginning of next year, it will be major. It will be really major.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, all right, guys. Look, we can spend all day. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so Armando was asking how you get involved buying it. More specifically, what would you recommend in finding a proper wallet or what wallet to use? Like, I went on to MetaMask and I got kind of confused by the whole process. So, and I have some Coinbase, just so me personally, I have some Coinbase, Ethereum, or whatever. But how'd you go about getting that wallet specifically?
So first, I tell you what I have. So I don't want to recommend something that can get hacked or you can get an issue with it, right? Because I don't want to, do that. But I tell you what I have, and if you want to do what I do, it's fine. I have personally MetaMask. So it might be a little complicated at first, but when you play around with it, it becomes much easier, and it's a good wallet. It's synchronized with PancakeSwap very easily, so you can buy those tokens on PancakeSwap with MetaMask fairly easily. If you have a lots of holdings, I will recommend to have an external wallet. It's kind of look like a USB key. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend if you have quite a bit of money in cryptocurrency to leave it in your computer, or leave it in a wallet, or leave it in an exchange. Exchange can get hacked, wallet can get hacked, etc., etc. So an external, it's always, for me, it's always the best way to do it when you have some good holdings. If you have few $100, I think a wallet is fine.
Thanks, it's great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, guys. Tell them where they can find you.
That's a good one. So you go on www.fatcatkiller.com, and you're gonna see my face. You're gonna see the entire project. You're gonna see the roadmap from where we started to where we're going, and enjoy the website. I think the website is pretty cool, and www.fatcatkiller.com.
And then on Twitter as well, right? So
yeah,
you can
Twitter, and we're on Telegram. Telegram is really the channel if you are into crypto. It's really the channel you want to be at. It's a Telegram, Twitter. Obviously, everybody goes on Twitter in the cryptos field. But if you want to get technical, I think Telegram is the best.
All right. Well, I'm excited. I think you've answered a lot of questions that I can start kind of wrapping my head around what it is that crypto is and how we can use it, and and I'm excited about the future.
We answer a lot
company.
of questions on Telegram and Twitter. So if somebody has more questions that I didn't answer today from your question, just feel free. I mean, we love the community. We love talking to the community. We love answering questions, and we will continue to do so.
Fantastic, guys. Fat Cat Killer right here, Romain. Thank you guys so much for tuning into Spaghetti on the Wall. Make sure you guys can find us on YouTube. You can find us at LeducEntertainment.com. You can find us on Spotify, Apple Music, Google Play, anywhere where you can find podcasts, you can find us there. Spaghetti on the Wall, thank you so much. And we'll see y'all next time.